What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're faith in, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the people's bartender, and your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And today's podcast is going to be very personal. I'm going to reflect a lot on my youth and reflect on why I chose the path that I'm on as a life coach, specifically a mindset coach and a men's coach. And it's all based around this phrase, be who you needed when you were younger. I am sure you've heard it before. It's a fantastic phrase. But it's more than just a catchy phrase. For me, it was really a guiding principle that shapes how I show up today, not only for myself, but for others. See, when I look back at my younger version of myself, and I think about what I needed at that time, it was guidance, it was a mentor, and ultimately, it was just someone to tell me that everything was going to be okay. The idea of being who I needed, of being who I need when I was younger, it's about recognizing the gaps that I had in my life and filling them for the next generation and for my present self. See, I grew up in a very tough household. Wasn't the healthiest household. All right? And we're talking about the Bronx. We're talking about the 80s. I didn't have my real dad. And the men in my life, talking about my uncles, my cousins, these were street guys. I loved them, and there was a lot of love there. But these were street guys. So they didn't exactly instill in me the values of being a good man. They taught me how to be a strong man, how to fight for myself, and how to stick up for myself, and how to fend for myself. But what I also needed was love and compassion, and how to put that out there into the world too. Now, when I think about the two most important male figures in my life, it was my grandfather, Perucho, and my uncle, Ray, Theo Ray. And what they showed me was through their actions, through their energy. They didn't speak about how to be a man. They didn't talk to me about it. They didn't have lengthy discussions about how to be a great man. They led through example. And so I realized that at some point in my life, like, these are the men that have influenced me the most. And I knew I wanted to be like them, to live my life like them and carry myself like them. These weren't perfect men, but they were great men. And it took me a long time to truly understand that. But when I got to the point where it all made sense, I took a vow to be the best man I could be. I didn't have an instruction manual on how to do this. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Again, you don't have to be perfect to be great. But what I do know is that the experiences of my past, the things that were missing, are what led me to the man I am today, because of the reflecting I did, of the healing that I continue to do, and the transformation that continues every day. See, when we think about what we need as kids or teenagers, what we're doing is we're identifying areas where we felt most vulnerable or lost. And by becoming that person now, we not only heal our own past wounds, but what we're doing also is we're creating a more supportive and nurturing environment for others who might be in similar situations. And that right there is exactly why I'm a coach. Because I know that my experiences, my knowledge can, will, and has helped other people through what they're going through. Having someone there to tell you you can do it, that you're great, that you're enough, to help influence your ability to do things is so damn important in our lives. Doing it all by ourselves, that is such an incredibly difficult thing to do. We need someone there or someone's to just encourage us a little bit. You don't need anyone's help. You don't need their money. You don't need their resources. You need love and support. Trust me when I tell you that that will help speed up the process of healing, of finding success, of making a comeback, whatever the case might be. Why is this so important? Well, think about it. The person you are today is a culmination of all your past experiences. The challenges, the triumphs, the heartbreaks. These are all things that have shaped you and have shaped me. And what if during those tough times you had someone who really understood you, someone who could guide you, offer you advice, or just listen? I could tell you right now, I did not have that. And that was an incredibly difficult challenge for me. I sought that from other individuals, like my friends or colleagues or people like that, because I didn't have it at home. And I'm not bad talking my family. I love my family. But this is generational trauma we're talking about here. You know, this is not necessarily their own doing. You need someone who can be there for you in your time of need, emotionally, psychologically, and also physically. It makes getting one foot in front of the other or putting one foot in front of the other so much easier when you know there's someone there to catch you if you fall back. And that's what this concept is all about. It's about being that person now. It's about recognizing that you have the power to be a positive influence, whether that's for a younger person in your life or for yourself. I don't do what I do as a coach strictly to help other people. I do it because it helps me heal. When I have conversations with my clients, a lot of times I make my own breakthroughs. Sure, look, on paper, I've got my certifications, I got my experience, Sure, I know all the techniques. But at the end of the day, it's open and honest dialogue with another human being where you're able to express things and then think about things that you don't do on your own or can't formulate on your own. That's where the breakthroughs happen. And that's why, for me, it's important to be able to help other people have those breakthroughs as well. All right? So by embodying the qualities and values that I needed back then, I'm not just helping others, right? I'm also reinforcing these qualities for myself. It's a form of self-empowerment. Now you probably think to yourself, hey, Vino, what am I supposed to do? How do I become who I needed when I was younger? Well, look, I can only tell you the things that helped me. Okay? And one of the things I did often, and I still do to this day, because I'm finding new things every day, is reflecting on my past. Take some time to think about your younger self. What were the biggest challenges that you faced? And when you think about those challenges, think about what kind of support or guidance would have made a difference for you at that time. It is this reflection that helps you understand what you needed most. Another thing to do is to identify your strengths. Think about the qualities and the strengths that you developed over the years, even or in spite of all the challenges you may have faced. Okay? These strengths and qualities are what got you through those challenges. Maybe you've become more resilient, empathetic, wise. These are the qualities that can help you support others who are in similar situations. Which leads to my next one, okay? Be present. Be present for other people. Whether it's through mentoring, volunteering, maybe becoming a coach, or simply being a supportive friend, look for opportunities to be there for others. Sometimes just listening can make such a huge difference in someone's life. I know personally and professionally that just allowing people to speak their truth can open up so many amazing possibilities and paths to healing, to moving forward, and to success. I know I've done it and I've helped others do it. Practice self-compassion. That's another one. It's important to be kind to yourself. If you're hard on yourself for your past mistakes, remember something. You were just doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. By practicing self-compassion, you're also nurturing the part of yourself that still needs healing. We're always healing, but you have to actively heal. And the only way you're going to do that is by practicing self-compassion. And last but not least, and probably one of the most important ones for me, is to set an example. You know, as a dad, that I really, God no, this is one that I practice every day. I understand how my actions influence my kid, how they inspire my kid. And that is the most important thing for me, because I look at her and I say to her, I don't want her to have those gaps in her life that I had. I know I can't protect her completely, but I can do the damn best I can. But also as a coach and as someone who now is on social media in various formats, I realize that my actions, my words can and do inspire people, especially those who might be going through what I once went through. Whether it's me helping them get back on their feet from a setback, whether it's me encouraging them and motivating them to set out for new goals, or whether it's just making them smile when no one else can. By living authentically and showing up as the person that you need or you needed, you're setting a powerful example for others to follow. I hope that the goodwill that I pass out to other folks, that they do the same for others. So, as I wrap up today's podcast, I want you to think about this, right? I want you to leave with this thought. You have the power to be a beacon of hope and guidance for somebody, okay? But not just for others, also for yourself. By embracing the concept of being who you needed when you were younger, you're not only healing your past, but you are also shaping a brighter future for everyone that you come in contact with, everyone that you touch. When I put out an inspirational and motivational quote on my social media, I do it because I hope that someone reading that is going to feel something. And I know that I've done something to help someone. And just just the way you carry yourself, man, just realize that every day, every moment, if you're the person you needed, someone out there will need that. Well, folks, I hope that this podcast somehow, some way inspired you, motivated you to reflect on your past, to think about the person you needed when you were younger, and hopefully help you to incorporate that into your life to help you be the best version of yourself. If you know someone that might benefit from hearing this podcast, please be sure to share and also leave a review so you can help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And remember, folks, if nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciates you. Cheers.
I find it hard to reveal these thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form, but I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.